please. My lord.
I cannot understand why King Rolf would imprison his own son.
Neither can I, my lord.
King Rolf is an old friend of yours, isn't he?
Yes, but this kind of action is not like him.
Sire, if I may.
Yes.
I've been Prince Damien's squire now for more than 4 years. Until just recently, he and his father were very close. But now King Rolf seems to think only of warfare.
Warfare? He was always a peaceful man.
In the past several months, he has attacked and destroyed 2 small kingdoms bordering on ours.
This is very disturbing news. Lancelot, perhaps you should visit King Rolf. Find out if what this lad says is true. Then come back to me and we'll decide what action to take.
I shall leave at once, my lord. You know this part of the country, Brian?
No, sir.
I was here on a hunting expedition with my father once. Wasn't much of a hunter, though. I was afraid of the dark.
You, sir?
Yes. And I was too weak to hold a sword in one hand. I remember the first wild boar I tried to kill. Chased me up a tree. But all that was long, long ago. For a castle that's not besieged, they're certainly well armed.
Yes, and all these sentries. And King Rolf is supposed to be a peaceful man.
Something very strange going on here, Brian.
Hold, I say.
Why do you challenge me? I'm Sir Lancelot of the Lake. We're here on a peaceful mission to see King Rolf.
You will go under our escort.
Are all strangers enemies?
Until proven otherwise. Come along.
I am Hedrick, captain of the guard. Welcome to Bernicia, Sir Lancelot.
I've already been welcomed. Take me to your king.
I'm afraid that may not be possible. You see, His Majesty is not well.
What's wrong with him?
Hedrick.
This is Eunice of Ethelston. She is to our kingdom what Merlin is to yours.
A post of high honor.
I am certain His Majesty will see Sir Lancelot. Come with me, please.
I hope your master isn't seriously ill.
Not in body, sir, but in spirit. He is at prayer seeking the strength to go through with an execution.
Oh? Who is to be executed?
You may remember King Rolf's son, Damien.
Yes, indeed I do. A fine, courageous boy.
He's been found guilty of treason.
I can't believe it.
Follow me, please. Your Majesty.
Sire, I bring greetings of friendship from my Lord Arthur.
Greetings from Arthur.
Is there anything you wish, sire? Shall I go and prepare chambers for our guests?
What? Oh, yes, please.
Come with me, boy.
Sit down.
All is not well with you, sire.
Alas, my friend, these are troubled days.
So it appears there are many things I don't understand. Your land's going to waste. Women and children tilling the fields. All able-bodied men in uniform. Why?
We must be prepared. We are on the brink of war.
You haven't heard of this at Camelot? Who is your enemy?
They have not shown themselves yet, but they will one day, and I shall be ready.
My lord, perhaps you have information that is not available to me.
I have more. I have a prophecy.
given me by the remarkable insight of that marvelous woman who has just left us.
Has she named the enemy yet?
No, not yet. But it is written in the stars that powerful forces are conspiring to overthrow our kingdom.
Eunice could be wrong.
You do not know her powers. One day she warned me not to go hunting in the Black Forest because danger threatened. That day, a raging fire reduced the whole of the forest to cinders. Since then, she has been my trusted advisor.
I see. I suppose it was she who brought the charges against Damien?
Everyone knows that he has been speaking out against me, spreading dissatisfaction. Then came the day when he spoke against me to my face. Do you deny that this is treason?
Treason is a word that we should use carefully, my lord. I could judge better if I could speak to the boy myself.
You shall speak to him.
Certainly I spoke out. I felt compelled to. When my father struck at Sir Linton, a weak, unarmed neighbor, and destroyed him, I couldn't be silent.
Isn't it a fact that you and Sir Linton conspired to take your father's place?
No.
Obsessed with power, you sought to destroy your father and take the kingdom for yourself?
No, it's not true.
Then what has happened? What has changed this peaceful king into a man of war?
Eunice of Ethelston. Ever since she predicted the forest fire, my father has no will of his own. And now she's contrived to get me out of the way. She'll have father and the kingdom to herself. Haven't you seen the state of the lands? The people starving? If it's treason to speak out against that, then I'm guilty. Don't you believe me?
Yes, Damien, I do. I wanted to be sure.
Lancelot, be careful. She's very clever.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No.
Sit down, boy. If you look closely, you can see yourself in the polished silver. Makes you sleepy, doesn't it?
Yes, very.
You feel tired now, but you can't take your eyes from the flame, can you?
No, I don't want to.
That's right. Don't try. It's very pleasant. You'll never remember any of this again. Never remember.
Never remember.
And now you're going to tell me about Sir Lancelot. All about him.
Well, you've seen him. Did he speak against me?
He spoke, but in such a way as to convince me that he has only your real interests at heart.
He has turned you against me.
No, my lord. I am here on a mission of peace. Lay down your arms. Send your people back to their fields.
But Eunice clearly foresees invasion.
And if the invasion does not take place, what then? Can your people eat the instruments of war that you have fashioned? This is not the way of a king, my lord. To live in fear, to be haunted by shadows.
I suppose if there really were no danger of war, I could return my soldiers to their fields.
There is no danger.
No, I must consult Eunice.
My lord, why must you always let this woman make your decisions?
I make the decisions. Does your king refuse to accept the counsel of his Merlin?
Very well, let us speak to Eunice.
My dear, Sir Lancelot says he's been traveling through the lands of those who was conspiring against us, and he sees no signs of war.
Today, could he but read the future?
Alas, that I cannot do. But Merlin, the master wizard, foresees a great peace descending upon England.
Forgive me, Sir Knight. We must face the truth. Your Merlin grows old. He is past his prime.
I had always thought that his great age was the sort of his great wisdom.
Let me look into your past and future. Then perhaps you will change your mind.
Perhaps, but I fail to see how you can...
I will summon up my voices. I call upon the souls of the departed. I call upon the souls of the unborn. Amite in viro exoro fortis. Come, come, come. Speak through my mouth.
Listen.
Lancelot, who is the fairest in the land?
Who speaks?
I am Elaine of Benwick. I have but one child, a son, Lancelot. But he is a great disappointment to us. We have taken him on many hunting expeditions, but he displays no aptitude. He cannot even hold a sword with one hand. Moreover, he is afraid of the dark.
Does she speak truth?
Yes, she does, but I...
Enough. You are a good friend, but not a good counselor. Not one of my soldiers will put away his arms. Are you all right, my dear?
Did I speak truth?
Perfect. I will saddle your horse.
I shall go with regret. But will you do me a favor before I do?
If it is within my power.
Although I disagree with your preparations for war, whoever made your armor is a master of his craft. I would dearly like to buy a suit.
That, at least, I can give you. I will tell the armorer.
What do you want a suit of armor for?
Shh. We're going to get Damien out of that dungeon.
Oh, in the armor.
Exactly. Now listen. You go to the armory and get a suit and bring it to me in the dungeon. Hurry.
Guard, saddle Sir Lancelot's horse.
The king wants you. The king, he wants you.
Young man, have you seen the king?
No.
Well, I've been sent to find him.
Just a minute. You want the king? He's on the battlement.
Thank you.
Farewell, Sir Lancelot. I fear the time will soon prove you ill-advised.
Farewell, King Rolf.
your permission, I should like to ask some questions.
Granted.
Of you.
Me, sir?
Yes, you. Tell me, when you were alone with Eunice, what happened? What did she do? What did she say?
Nothing.
Nothing happened at all? Try and remember, boy.
Well, she did show me a candle thing with a thing that spun around on top.
And you looked at this candle thing?
Of course I did. I didn't see any reason why I shouldn't look.
And then you couldn't take your eyes off it.
Why, yes, that's right.
The truth is, you can't remember anything that happened when you were alone with Eunice.
No.
My lord, this is an old archaic candle trick that self-respecting magicians gave up years before I was born.
But how did Eunice know about me?
From the boy. When he was under the spell, he spoke. But no memory of his speaking remains. It is a primitive hocus pocus, what the sages call hypnotism.
This is all very interesting, Master Merlin, but the problem remains.
My lord, I see a vision. Eunice is here in Camelot, and King Rolf is with her.
King Rolf, here?
My lord, listen to the voice of wisdom. What say you, voice? I see the incomparable Merlin concluding the career of this upstart witch with a magic heretofore not seen by human eyes. My lord, why not invite Eunice and King Ralph here?
This woman Eunice might not be so anxious to come.
She will. Damien is more dangerous to her here in Camelot than in his father's dungeon.
My lord.
A moment, Damien. This is a good plan. I shall invite your father here to discuss your possible release.
Your Majesty, I greet you on behalf of the king and welcome you to Camelot. I am known as Merlin.
Yes, of course. We are honored.
Ah, the incomparable Eunice of Ethelston. There is much I hope to learn from you.
Be careful.
Was that old goat?
Page, take His Majesty to the king. I wonder, would you be interested in seeing my laboratory?
Yes. It might be amusing.
His Majesty, King Rolf.
Your Majesty, welcome to Camelot.
Thank you.
Tell me, is Eunice of Ethelston with Merlin?
Yes, she is.
Good. Then come with me. There's something of importance I wish you to see.
But your message said you had my son with you. Where is he?
I've sent for him. He'll be along directly.
Afraid it's very untidy. Can't get apprentices these days. Why? What's the matter?
Listen. Can't you hear?
Hear what?
My voices. They come to me often to warn me of danger. The voices of Caesar, Solomon. Can't you hear them?
No. Tell them to speak up a bit.
One has to be attuned to them.
Ah, madam, if only I had your gifts. Voices come to me too, you know, but never anyone important. Merlin, Merlin, who is there? What are you doing? One of my voices. Speaks rather clearly, don't you think so?
Who is it?
My great-aunt, Mahithabel. An old snoop. She's been dead 93 years and won't face up to it. Go away, Mahithabel. Can't you see that I'm busy? Go away, you silly old sorcerer. Very difficult woman. Perhaps you'd like to see my magic birds.
Magic birds. Indeed. My dear Merlin, they're nothing of the sort. They're carrier pigeons.
Oh, then you know all about them. Then you won't want this one. Oh, dear, and I was going to make you a present of it.
Now listen to me, old man. You'll just have to understand that your methods are archaic. We younger magicians reject your kind of mumbo-jumbo.
Oh, I say, you mustn't let King Arthur hear you say that. Good gracious. What's that?
You mean to say you've never seen one of these?
Why, no, never.
I'll just light the candles then and show you how it works. Have you a flint?
Yes, I have one here. Ah, yes. Chris, how careless I'm getting. I say, perhaps I can amuse you with this one.
Oh, no, spare me that, please.
It's very old. I must apologize truly, but most...
It's ridiculous.
These tricks are ancient, but nevertheless very amusing. You know, there's a certain charm about these old tricks, don't you think?
No, I don't, you silly old
Children
fool.
adore them, they do really. And I must confess that I join in the fun, too.
Idiot!
You know, the preparations for these tricks are something enormous. But the result, you'll agree, is most effective, you find out.
Oh, well, hurry up and get it over with then.
Yes.
Now, look what you've done. I'm all entangled in this stupid trick of yours.
Oh, how careless of me. I'm so sorry.
Just cut me loose, that's all.
Yes, now, where is that knife?
Hurry up. I don't want to sit here all day.
Ah, here it is.
Now, what have you done?
Oh, noxious vapors. Oh, deadly dangerous.
Well, get rid of it then, quickly.
Don't worry. I've got the proper antidote here. There. I'm all right now.
Yes, but what about me?
If you want to share this antidote, you must make a very rapid confession.
Confess for what?
Tell me.
I can hardly breathe. I'm suffocating.
No one can save you unless you answer quickly.
I'm suffocating.
Is your master actually threatened with war? Is he?
Oh, no!
Is Damon actually guilty?
No, please, the antidote.
Who put the fire in the Black Forest?
Hedrick, under my instructions.
Stand back, everyone. Now, that's how you repay me.
Hedrick, don't breathe. Poison.
Don't worry. It's only one of my archaic little tricks. It's only smoke.
Just your little joke. Sacrifice my skin to save your own. You know what I ought to do with you?
Hedrick, no.
It was Eunice and you. Get rid of me and then take care of my father. Was that it?
No, you don't. I yield.
You should both die. But we've had enough violence in my kingdom. You shall be banished forever. Master Merlin, how can I ever repay you?
My needs are very modest, sire. Might I have this as a trophy?
Certainly. Farewell, Merlin.
Thank you, sire.
Merlin,
What?
I thought you said it was an old trick.
Ah, but some of the oldest tricks are the best. Now tell me, do you feel sleepy?
Oh, no, you don't.
Now listen to my story, yes, listen while I sing of days of old in England when Arthur was the king. In days of old, when knights were bold, this story's told of Lancelot